Children of Standard 5, we have been discussing safety and first aid, and we discussed different kinds of first aid for different situations. We discussed first aid for snake bite, we discussed first aid for fracture, we discussed first aid for nose bleeding. Today we are going to discuss how to prevent poisoning and what should be followed as rules to prevent poisoning in children, among children. So things such as naphthalene balls, some medicine, nail paints and detergents may contain harmful and poisonous chemicals. So we should follow certain rules to keep these things away from the children. So all the medicines we must not keep, we always keep far from the reach of the children, and we should throw away the medicines that have crossed their expiry date, and we should not leave naphthalene balls around if there are small children at home, because they can eat these naphthalene balls and that can be hazardous. And in case of any kind of poisoning, we must make the victim vomit, and we should take the victim to the doctor immediately. We should rush to the hospital. So by that way we can prevent poisoning. Children, the last we want to discuss about the fire safety. So fire safety, some of the common causes of fire are accidents and carelessness, children, while burning, matchstick, cooking and so on. And many times faulty electrical wiring and defects in electrical appliances may also cause fire. So what should we do? Fire is the biggest invention in the early man, and fire makes so many things possible. But if we do not use fire with safety, it can be hazardous. So we must follow certain safety rules for fire. First, do not play with fire. Do not light the candle yourself. Ask your elders to help you. Do not wear synthetic clothes while burning the crackers. Always wear cotton clothes during fireworks. Synthetic and nylon clothes catch fire very easily. And all of us know and studied in our previous classes that the synthetic and nylon clothes are manufactured in laboratory, so they are catching fire very easily. And gas should be switched off after use. In case of gas leakage, we should not light fire near the cylinder. Instead of that, we should open the door and windows of the kitchen and call for help. In case of electrical short circuit or fire, what should we do? We should switch off the main switch first, and we should throw water instead throwing sand and mud, because electrical short circuit, if we will throw water on it, the electrical fire will be more hazardous. In case of fire caused by petrol, children, we should throw sand and mud, as petrol is lighter than water and it will float and continue burning. In case of fire in the building, we should call 101 for fire engines. We should use a fire extinguisher if installed in the building and in school. Vacate the building and do not use the lift, instead use the stairs, because using the lift during fire is very harmful and can cause serious injury. And if our clothes catch fire, we should roll yourself in mud, and we should not run, as the fire will get more oxygen and aggravate. So children, in case of if our clothes are on fire, we should stop, drop and roll. So children, so first we should stop and drop and roll. The three pictures are given on the page number 67, and we should follow this rule. And always, in case of fire in a room, we should hide and try to vacate the room immediately. If we are unable to move, then we should drop down and crawl. It is easier to breathe in a fire if we stay low while getting out. Children, the smoke is causing carbon monoxide, that is more hazardous, and in presence of carbon monoxide it is difficult, our breathing becomes difficult. So children, we should follow these safety rules during the case of fire, and we should be alert in case of fire. We should follow these rules, and by that way we can save ourselves from the electrocution, and we should save us we should always use fire extinguisher. We should always use throwing sand and mud during the case of fire due to petrol, during the case of fire due to electrical children, during the electrical short circuit. And by that way, by following these safety rules, we can save us from the fire. And these are the safety rules.